Why the Devil is a Dumbass, Part 1. Okay, from the beginning, this is what I've learned when I was a kid, attending church, and this is why I've come to the conclusion that the devil is a dumbass. Satan, Lucifer, whatever you want to call this guy, this angel of light, aka known as Satan by the Jewish, by many different cultures, the enemy, whatever you want to call this dude. This is the force opposing to God, opposing to anything that is moral, to anything that is natural. This is the force that opposes to biological things. Pretty sure you know what I'm talking about. So this is how I know that the devil is an idiot. So number one, it's because so there's God, right? And there are all these angels. Scripture says that Satan, in his pride, in his ego, he decided to rebel against God, and thus he was casted out of heaven. Well, because of his pride and ego. Well, check this out. On my opinion, this is what I think. I think that God already knew that a certain amount of angels from the heavens was ready to rebel against God. They were beginning to doubt God's, godliness, and they were beginning to doubt their standing on the ground, their stance in heaven, and they were beginning to think, well, what if we just go on our own? And it was probably quite a bit of angels. And then with God knowing that this is what they were thinking on, he decided to give him a leader, something that was dumb, something that was controllable. So he gave him Lucifer. And Lucifer, thinking that these angels were going to work for him and they were going to do as he wished, they joined him. They decided to join him in this, this quest against God. Thus, they lost the war, and then they were casted out of heaven, and Satan and his minions, were thrown out into hell or the earth or whatever. I don't know what the mythology on this might be, but this is how I know that the devil is an idiot. So technically speaking, he was a tool that was used by God. And Satan thinks that this is the thing. In real life, if you know someone is a manipulator and someone is a narcissist, you can actually get back at them on their own game by being the same way. You basically tell them what they want to hear, and you'll have them in the palm of your hand. That's how dark manipulation works. And I think that this is exactly what God did with Satan. He made him feel like he had a little bit of power, and he had a couple of angels backing him up, and they all thought that he was like a good leader and whatnot. And then, well, guess what? He wasn't, because they lost. So that's what I think. This is why Satan is a dumbass, part 1. I'll go to part 2. Just follow me for more parts on why Satan is a dumbass.